everybody, welcome to True Squadron, and today is the first episode of building the Battle of Coruscant. Now I'm so excited to get this project started and to see where this goes. Now, if you saw before, I did start a building series of building Lothal, but that got changed. You can check out that last video I did to see what that was about. But this is a new series, Building the Battle of Coruscant. Now, I recently watched Star Wars Clone Wars, which is like an animated series that came out like 2002, 2004, something like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's an amazing series that has like massive like battles and large scale just awesomeness. So if you haven't seen that, it has some of the best Star Wars action ever, and I absolutely loved it as a kid when I saw it. Now, when I rewatched it, there's near like the second volume of it is the Battle of Coruscant, which takes place before Episode 3, before the big space battle happens in Revenge of the Sith, which is a massive ground battle that happens when the droids try to take over Coruscant and distract the Jedi from protecting Chancellor Palpatine. So that's really awesome. So I'm going to portray like the clones and the droids battling it out in a massive warfare. So throughout this video, I will explain what I'm going to build and how this is going to look like for the next however long I work on this. So I'm really excited. It's going to have some massive clone and droid battles, some massive awesome buildings going through, skyscrapers going through it, as well as some Jedi actions. So if you're looking forward to this, please like and subscribe down below for more updates of this. Now let's get started. Okay guys, this is where the action is going to happen. I have cleared off 2 tables here to make a massive just blank slate of base plates. So this is going to be a 4x5 base plates mock. So this is going to be pretty massive, pretty large scale, and I'm so excited to get started on this. So kind of explaining what we're going to do next is I'm going to get a piece of paper out and just kind of draw out what I'm going to do. So let's get to that right now. Now guys, I have completed this drawing of the mock, and I'm just going to explain to y'all what exactly is going to be going on in this mock. So let's start with the first part here. So there's a massive bridge that's going to be the focal point of this creation I'm going to make. So this is the first part of it, and it's going to go all the way down to the very end of the other mock. Now this is the side where the clones are going to be on, and there's going to be, this is the spots where there's some big statues will be, one right there, one right there. And this is a part where I'll kind of show some videos up here of the actual battle to kind of give you an idea of what the bridge battle is going to look like. And this is where a little, like where the, like it was messed up a little bit, and I guess clones are kind of taking cover there. And this is on the other side is where the droids will be moving toward this way, kind of rushing the clones, kind of overtaking them a little bit. But there's some Jedi like Yoda and Master Windu will come in and help and save the day. Now for these other ones, this is gonna be some more statues on this side and this side. So basically it's gonna be a massive bridge battle right here. Now on the other side, this obviously gonna be elevated, this bridge part, which you can't really tell in the picture, is gonna be elevated. And there's also going to be some massive buildings right here, and some other like medium-sized buildings right here and right here. So this can kind of be subject to change going throughout this whole mock, is where the buildings will be placed. But they need to be obviously taller than what the bridge will be, so they'll be pretty tall. And for the bottom part of the mock is kind of, I haven't really decided yet. So obviously there'll be more like, so I think I'll have some more civilians and more like little like battles going on rather than a massive battle going on here. Maybe some more tanks and just little skirmishes going throughout the cities of Coruscant. So that's kind of the idea I have for this, guys. Leave your comment down below on what y'all want in this mock. I'm actually subject to change for the bottom part, what y'all want to add. So let me know in the comments below, and let's go on to seeing what minifigures we want to use in this mock. Now the main figure we'll be using is the regular Phase 2 Clone Trooper. This is a figure that is pretty hard to get nowadays. It's very, very expensive on aftermarket sites. So this is going to be a tough one to actually get a lot of. Luckily, I have about, I think 15 of them right now. So that will be a great head start, but I probably won't get too much more because they're, like I said, they're super expensive. So we'll be using some other Phase 2 Clone Trooper Legions to use throughout this mock, because it's just not possible getting that many regular Phase 2 Clone Troopers. You see throughout the Battle of Coruscant, there's like hundreds of them. So let's move on to the next figure. Quick side note, I actually look back and I do have 20 of these guys, which is great. So anyway, let's move on to the next figure. With the recent release of the Fire First Battle Pack, I do have quite a bit of the new Fire First Clone Troopers. So I will definitely be using these guys throughout the mock to kind of fill in the spots of the regular Phase 2 Clone Troopers that I will not be having. So these are a great, awesome figure to actually use in a mock. So I'm super excited. Now let's move on to the next figure. The next figure here is our 212th regular Clone Trooper. Now, just like the 501st, he'll be used to replace the regular Phase 2 Clone Troopers to be spread throughout this mock. So another great figure to go along with this mock. Next up, we have our Phase 2 Clone Engineer. Now, he'll be used to operate heavier weaponry and mixed in with our regular Phase 2 Clone Troopers. Now, the 501st Jet Trooper is something we do not see in the Star Wars Clone Wars Battle of Coruscant, but I figured we would use him anyway since we do see regular Phase 2 troopers using their jetpacks in the space battle above Coruscant. So I figured this would be just fine using it. He will definitely be used throughout the mock by flying through the skyscrapers, like maybe even jumping on some Vulture droids in the air and taking them out. So really awesome figure that we'll be using throughout this creation. Now this is Commander Neo, and he will not be in the mock, but he was representing Captain Fordo. And I'll show a little picture of what he looks like. He's kind of the main commander throughout the Star Wars Clone Wars show, and he's so awesome. He takes out droids left and right, and it just is a crazy awesome trooper. So I'll be definitely getting him through Clone Army Customs whenever he comes back in stock, so look forward to that, guys. The next figure we have is a Republic Senate Commando, and he will be used to guard Chancellor Palpatine when General Grievous tries to abduct him. The last figure we'll be using for the Clone Troopers is a Phase 2 Clone Pilot. Now, interesting fun fact, in the Star Wars Clone Wars show, they actually have a different variant of the Clone Phase 2 Pilot, which is really cool. I'll kind of show you what it looks like. He actually looks even better than this pilot in my opinion. I wish LEGO would kind of make a Legends version of the Clone Pilot. So I will be using this instead because LEGO does not make that version, but a good substitute nonetheless. Now these will be the Jedi we'll be using throughout this creation, which will have Master Yoda, Mace Windu, and this Ithorian, which I need to change his actual body out because he's from the Mos Eisley Cantina set, but I need to change it to more Jedi robes. And I will also get Shakti, because they'll be used to guard Chancellor Palpatine from General Grievous, and Mace Windu and Yoda will be used on the battlefield. And of course, the guy who's causing all these problems is Chancellor Palpatine. Now this is the Clone Wars version of him, and I definitely do not want to use him in this mock. I will definitely try to get the Episode 3 version of the figure, which I do not own. So that will definitely be coming later on in the series. For Republic vehicles, we'll be using Republic gunships, AT-RTs, as well as some ARC 170s as well. Leave a comment down below if y'all want me to use ATTEs on the ground portion of the mock as well. Just curious, but for right now, I don't think I won't be using any, but let me know down below if y'all want that. For the Separatist vehicles, we'll be using the kind of tan Vulture droids, since you see kind of hundreds of them. So I'll try to get some more. This is the only one I have right now, so definitely maybe even get some custom ones. And the Separatist Tri-Droid, which I actually have, it's kind of broken right now, so I definitely need to fix him up and maybe even get some more Tri-Droids as well. And on the bottom portion of the mock, we'll have some MTTs, deploying droids, kind of making some havoc for the civilians and the Clone Troopers on the ground. Hellfire droids, blasting holes through the buildings. And a controversial pick here, I kind of want to use the new AAT that was just released. I know people really do not like the look of it, but I just figured it's kind of more minifigure scale than the other AAT and will work well with the overall just the look of the mock, I feel like. So let me know down in the comments below which AAT, what should I use? Should I use the newer one or the older 2008 version, or even a custom model? So let me know in the comments below and I will be greatly appreciated. So that's gonna do it for this week's episode. Now I'll have another episode Friday coming out, starting to build the Battle of Coruscant from Star Wars Clone Wars. I am so ready to get started on this to build a large-scale Clone Wars mock. This is going to be very awesome, guys. So please like and subscribe down below, and I will see y'all next time.